Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the culture, the controversies, and the conversations that matter. So today we need to address something that's been making waves in the hip hop community. So Fat Joe, yes, the palm-colored Puerto Rican himself, recently made some statements that have left a lot of us scratching our heads. He claimed that black people didn't start hip hop and even referred to the FBA as broke and black racist. Really, Joe? Are you kidding me? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it just last year that Fat Joe said, and I quote, all music is African music? What happened to that? What happened to that energy? I mean, it's disappointing, especially because we thought you were on black people's side, Your music has a deep root in black culture, and let's be real, most of your supporters are black people. No kidding, okay? Now I don't know. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about being divisive or racist, okay? But in that interview, Joe didn't sound like someone who represents or uplifts the black community. And let's not even get started on whether he has the right to be dropping the word, okay? Before I dive deeper into my thoughts, I've gathered some reaction clips from my black brothers and sisters who watched the interview. Let's hear what they had to say about this. I'll be right back.
Let's start by this. These rumors were made by radical black racists. Let's just say that. Okay? It's a group of these guys that don't want to hear Jamaican. Don't want to hear Guyanese, they don't want to hear a black guy that ain't down with them.
Right.
Right? So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? We're going to give them too much clout.
I mean...
The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck. And their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this who run them? Like, your leader? Yo, man, you gotta be kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York.
Right.
So they telling a whole nother story.
Now, this ain't a video on if Puerto Ricans contributed to the start of hip hop. Because as somebody from the Bronx, New York, I can confidently say that they did. What I will say, though, is that Fat Joe is racist. Because he keeps wanting to say that hip-hop was started by blacks and Puerto Ricans. He keeps separating Puerto Ricans from black. And that's the problem I have. He's not saying hip-hop was started by Jamaicans and Puerto Ricans, even though DJ Kool Herc is Jamaican. He's just saying he's black, but he's Puerto Rican. And as you can see, he's including Jamaicans and Guyanese, all of that in black. But he's separating Puerto Rican from black. Even though it was black Puerto Ricans that helped start hip hop. Like, he could simply say that hip hop was started by black people. He could simply say that. But what he wants to do is say it was started by blacks and Puerto Ricans. That's the narrative he's running with. That's crazy.
Okay, so I went and watched interview with Lord Jamal, and he nailed it. Fat Joe need to shut up. If you're into hip hop, if you listen to what Lord Jamal said, he said, listen, he's not saying that people from the Caribbean didn't influence hip hop. Yes, they did influence hip hop. He's not saying that Puerto Ricans did influence hip hop. No, he's not saying that. What he's saying is that the people who originated hip hop, who started it, it was in New York City with black Americans, period. And you know what? It's not saying that nobody else didn't influence it. It's saying we started it. Okay. The mother, the father. That's what it is. And if you're a real hip hop head, you get that. And even KRS had it wrong. If you listen to Lord Jamar, he breaks it down. I shared the video, but it's like, dude, there's a reason why people are trying to come for it now. Cause they want to associate with this.
Bye.
So Fat Joe, you need to keep your mouth off my brothers and sisters. It's our music. You can say whatever you want to. Don't disrespect my brothers and sisters. And Stars, I know you're not going to do this, but you need to go ahead and cancel that fake talk show he got on your channel. Because you're complicit in even supporting him or 50 Cent stepping and fetching that. Take his talk show off. Nobody shouldn't be watching that crap. Used to have some. Well, I don't even have no respect for you anyways, because I don't even listen to your crap anyways. Don't get into our affairs. And stop word. Don't do that.
You know that you can be a vulture in your own culture.
When I tell you this lady here gave the best analysis on this situation, the best one I've heard so far, and she's not a part of a podcast or NBC or anything of that nature, I have to give kudos off to her. I'm going to have to give kudos off to her because she's done the best explanation I've seen. Now, one thing about, this is why I tell people when they be talking about foundational black America, I'm not a part of that shit. I'm just a black man who live in America. That foundational black American shit is something that was coined by Tariq Nasheed. There was a black lady also who started something called ADOS, I think American Descendants of Slavery. Also, so I don't know how one got hijacked or whatever, right? But Tariq Nasheed, who initially came in the game trying to be Kevin Samuels, or Kevin Samuels became to be, a guy who actually tried his own rap career, is now coming in hip hop and creating divisiveness. He's doing what they've been doing on Twitter with these diaspora wars, having these conversations and arguments with Africans. We didn't have these kind of conversations in hip hop. We didn't have these kind of tug of wars in hip hop. At least not the time, not since I've been listening to it, since I've been a part of the culture, which had to be at least since 86, 87, when I was a little kid, being intrigued by Houdini and Run DMC. This guy has monetized this situation, this is what he does. He's monetized it so he can make a living, do these podcasts, do these DVDs or these films that make money so that he can make a living. And people don't realize that they're being played. This whole thing with Fat Joe, fam, let me tell you something. I have seen Fat Joe. I'm 44 years old, okay? I haven't seen Fat Joe on TV since I was 9. When the Lord Finesse, Strictly for the Ladies record came out, and he had a video that used to be on Rap City, he was in the video. I used to see him in Show and AG videos, Chi Ali videos, all them guys. Nobody ever had anything negative to say about Fat Joe until this shit started popping off. Now, some of his music, I must say, he kind of fell off. Like, he ain't doing what he used to do. We want him to get back on that New York shit, but that's neither here nor there. What's going on now is some generated bullshit, because Fat Joe's been saying the N-word for 30-something years. Why are we all of a sudden now in 2024 making this like a grand issue? Like, we really got issues right now where rappers are setting up contract killings and shit and all this. We got way more bigger issues in hip hop to talk about than this bullshit. But again, a lot of people don't understand it's a money ploy for Tariq Nasheed to make money. That's all it is.
Bro, who genuinely be asking? I can't even say that. Who mans is this? You come out with one song telling people to move their body in a certain direction and suddenly you got the most stuff to say. What is bro talking about, bro? This been literally the best year for music in a really long time. Obese Joseph, what are you talking about? Portly Giuseppe, why do you keep offering opinions nobody asked you for? I picked up my phone. I said, phone. He said, huh? I said, did Fat Joe say this? He said, who? Google Fat Joe right now. It's going to be a picture of a dude like this. No, Rotund Joseph. This was not the worst year for hip hop. I'm sorry that you and all the rest of the fake rappers got exposed this year. And so now you and your Phillies. But music fans been eating this year. Point blank period, regardless of who you a fan of. Music fans been eating this year. Like you. All the time.
Funk music was already made. Funk music was made by James, right? 67, 68. So it was there. Herc took those records and brought it to the forefront. So that's why he's so iconic. You see what I'm saying? But those records were there. I got funk records from 1968, 69, 70, 67, and then the 67, and he was the one that showed everybody what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, Spanish people were there. They were break dancing. I don't know if I can't say if they was the ones that helped invent it. Can't say that. But what I can say is they were there when it was invented. They went through the same struggle as young black kids that didn't have a voice. They didn't have a voice.
Yo, peace and blessings to everybody out there watching this. So I was asked about the Fat Joe comments, right? And I choose to keep quiet on it because I want to hear what other people have to say first. Foundational Black Americans, Lord Jamar, Tariq Nasheed, and that movement, and I've interacted with a lot of them, versus the Fat Joes, the Busta Rhymes comments, and the disrespect of culture. First, I'm going to say this. Recognize the foundation of something always comes from the place where it's birthed. Then this is a very New York issue, but New York people say both sides. So if people really want to know what I think Fat Joe and Lord Jamar need to sit down and have a conversation in front of the world since Fat Joe talks about clout or Lord Jamar wants clarity. Give it to the culture. That's it. Side note, everybody out there lying on people dying who have not died, stop putting fake bullshit and propaganda in the news. I saw today that someone supposedly passed away and it was fake news and false information. I personally don't like that shit, and I'm happy that this man is still alive. So everybody out there, please subscribe to Heritage Hip Hop. We're coming back in 2025. Ladies, I need your help. How can I make Heritage Hip Hop better for you? Let me know. And then the R&B's coming back under Heritage Hip Hop. We rocking y'all next year. Consistency is key. Peace.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Let me leave you with some final thoughts. So the audacity of Fat Joe to call black people are to the cyst while freely dropping the N-word during that interview. I mean, does he even understand what he's saying? Does he understand what he's talking about? And then to top it off by calling black people broke. Does he know the FBA's bank account? Does he know them like that? Does he know them at their personal level? To even talk about their bank accounts, he called them broke, right? Does he know them personally to make such a claim? That kind of comment wasn't just unnecessary. It was a low blow. Yeah. Putting class and race into this conversation like that, that's just hitting below the belt. Yeah. Let me put it like that. And honestly, I see the slow fall of Fat Joe happening. And it's moments like this that accelerate it. He better apologize for this. Like, I really mean that with all my heart. He needs to apologize for this. And speaking of his comments, I had to go down a rabbit hole on Google to dig deeper into this issue, and let me tell you what I found. It was quite an eye-opening research. Let me just put this on display on the screen. First of all, I don't think I need glasses to say that this guy looks like a black guy, So this is part of my research. DJ Crew Herc. Pardon me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. DJ Crew Herc is credited with originating hip-hop music at a back-to-school party in the Bronx on August 11th, 1973. Technique. Herc used two turnables simultaneously to extend instrumental beats or breaks to keep the dance going. He also began rapping or emceeing during the breaks. Pioneer, Herc is considered the original godfather of hip-hop culture. His technique influenced the development of hip-hop music and laid the foundation for the genre. Background. Herc was of Jamaican background and a building resident who was asked to spin records at the party. Hip-hop culture also includes a graffiti, which originated in New York and Philadelphia in the late 1960s. Graffiti artists would spray their names and sometimes street numbers to mark their presence in the city. So that's what I came across. I stand to be corrected on this. I'm not the best at, exactly. I'm from Africa, but I stand to be corrected. Please don't come for me. Okay, I'm on your side. Remember that. Let's continue. And let's not forget to address the big issue, Joe's use of the N word. Let me just say this clearly. Fat Joe is not black. He's made it so clear. Okay, I'm not trying to be ara to the cyst. Okay, he's made it clear that he's not black. Okay, he's not one of us. They ain't like us. They ain't like us. And while he might feel comfortable using the words because of his upbringing or his proximity to black culture, it's not the same, okay? When black people use the N word, it has a different meaning, one rooted in reclaiming power and identity. But when F. Joe uses it, I can't help it but feel like it carries the weight of how palm color people use it. Disrespectful and offensive. And then there's his take on hip hop. Let me break it down for you. Hip hop was birthed in the Bronx, yes, but it was black people who created the foundation, the rhythm, the beats, the storytelling. It all comes from black culture, our struggles, our triumphs. Of course, I mean black Americans, okay? So don't come for me to say you are from Africa. I get a lot of that. Guys, I'm on your side. Remember that, okay? Sure, others contributed along the way, but to say black people didn't start hip-hop is not just historically inaccurate. It's an insult to the pioneers who gave us this art form. People like DJ Q, Herc. If I'm not pronouncing that correctly, please forgive me, pardon me, and correct me. Grandmaster Flash and Africa Bambata laid the groundwork for what hip-hop is today. Fat Joe's comments dismiss the essence of hip-hop and its roots. Hip-hop is more than music. It's a culture, a movement, a voice for the voiceless, born out of the black community experiences. So for him to say what he said, it's not just wrong, it's disrespectful. I think this controversy is a wake-up call for everyone to understand and respect where hip-hop really comes from. Fat Joe might want to revisit the history books before making such bold claims again, okay? But that's just my take on this. What do you guys think? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, respectively, because if you say something, YouTube will flag out those comments, and people usually come for me. They tell me to say I'm deleting the comments, I'm doing this. It's not me, it's YouTube, guys. So at least try to use some codes in your comments. If you want to use language, that kind of language, okay, try to use some codes. Make E, make it 3, make it aim, try all those tricks. I would love to hear from you guys. I want you to participate, to let me know what you think about this in the comment section, because it's a conversation that needs to be heard, that we need to have. Yeah. And on top of that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and by you liking this video, it's gonna go a long way. YouTube will suggest it to a larger and wider audience. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Please stay peaceful.